السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين إذ قالت امرأة عمران رب إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. وما كان المؤمنون لينفروا كافة فلولا نفر من كل فرقة منهم طائفة ليتفقهوا في الدين ولينذروا قومهم إذا رجعوا إليهم لعلهم يحذرون. इन आयात का ये तर्जुमा है कि जब इमरान की एक औरत ने
Al-Thur says that the translation of these verses is, remember when the woman of Imran said, My Lord, I have vowed to thee what is in my womb to be dedicated to thy service. So do accept it of me. Verily thou alone art all-hearing, all-knowing. And when he was old enough to work with him, he said, O my dear son, I have seen in a dream that I am slaughtering thee, so consider what thou thinkest of it. He replied, O my father, do as thou art commanded. Thou wilt find me, if Allah please, of those who are patient. And let there be among you a body of men who should invite to goodness and enjoin equity and forbid evil. And it is they who shall prosper. It is not possible for the believers to go forth all together. Why, then, does not a party from every section of them go forth, that they may become well versed in religion, and that they may warn their people when they return to them, so that they may guard against evil?
ये आयात सूरह आल इमरान, सूरह तौबा और सूरह साफ़ात की
These verses are from Surah Al-Imran, Surah Tawbah, and Surah As-Saffat.
माँ की ख्वाहिश, माँ बाप की
The verses mention the desire of the mothers, the mother and father's proper moral upbringing of the children, enhancing the children's realization of making sacrifices and preparing them to do so, the significance of Waqf-e-Zindagi, life devotion, and their work, and then what the purpose of all of this actually is.
आल इमरान की है।
The first verse is of Surah Al-Imran, verse 36.
एक माँ का बच्चे को दीन की खातिर वक्फ करने की
This verse mentions the mother's desire to devote her child for the sake of the faith.
फिर सूरह
It also entails a prayer that Allah the Almighty accepts this sacrifice. Then there is the verse of Surah Safat, verse number 103, which I recited after.
की खुदा ताला की खातिर
This verse entails the father's tarbiyat or moral upbringing of the child for the sake of preparing him to make sacrifice for the sake of Allah the Almighty. And it also mentions the son's readiness to make every single type of sacrifice for the sake of Allah the Supreme.
बेटे को खुदा ताला
The father's tarbiyat or moral upbringing of the son has been linked or connected with the son's search for the pleasure of Allah the Almighty.
कहा बेटे ने कि ए बाप तू हर किस्म की कुर्बानी करने में मुझे हमेशा
The son replied, O my father, you will find me ready at all times to make every type of sacrifice. Not only will you find me prepared to do so, but further, in patience and steadfastness, you will find me establishing the loftiest example.
जिसमें नेकियों के फैलाए
Then I recited the verse 105 of Surah Al-Imran.
वाले
This speaks of a group of persons who continue spreading goodness and forbidding and preventing evil.
जो अल्लाह ताला की रज़ा का ज़रिया बनकर
For it is these very aspects that become the means of acquiring the pleasure of Allah the Exalted and make a person successful and prosperous. Then there is the verse 122 of Surah Tawbah, which I recited at the end.
दीन का
In this, Allah the Almighty states that in order to identify virtues and vices, it is essential to acquire knowledge of the religion. And what is knowledge of the religion? It is the Shariat of Islam alone. It is the Quran, because Allah the Almighty has stated, وَرَزِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا
और तुम्हारे लिए
وَرَزِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا
बस
That I have chosen for you Islam as a religion.
कुरान करीम को समझने की जरूरत है।
Thus, in order to acquire the pleasure of Allah the Almighty, it is necessary to understand the Holy Quran. And what is the actual purpose of all of this?
हलाकत से बचाने वाले बन सकते
This has been explained, that this is in order for you to become one who saves the world from destruction and ruin.
इस ज़माने में अल्लाह ताला ने
Thus, this is that subject which, in order to fulfill the right of Allah the Almighty, through the promised Messiah alayhi salam, established the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat in this age.
माओं की
This is that Jamaat alone, in which we find the passion and sentiments of the mothers who pray before the birth of their child. We find these feelings and emotions alone in the mothers who pray. رب إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني. O my Lord, I have vowed to thee what is in my womb, to be dedicated to thy service, freeing myself from the shackles and concerns of the world. So do accept it of me.
सवाए जमात अहमदिया
Today you can look all around. Except for the mothers of Jamaat Ahmadiyya, you will not find any other mothers who pray with this passion before the birth of their child, for their children to be dedicated for the sake of the faith.
जनती माँ के अलावा हमें नहीं मिलेगी जो ये जज्बा रखती हो।
Today, you will not find any other mother except the mothers of Ahmadiyyat who hold this passion.
ये चाहे वो ये माएँ जो हैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ अहमदी माओं में नजर आएंगी जो
Such mothers are only and only found amongst Ahmadi mothers, whether it is the mothers living in Pakistan or those living in India, or the mothers of any country of Asia, or the mothers of Africa,
ऑस्ट्रेलिया की रहने वाली
those living in Europe or America, or those living in Australia, or those mothers living in the islands,
अहम मकसद के लिए खलीफा वक्त को अपने
who for a most significant objective dedicate their children for the sake of the Khalifa of the time,
अल्लाह ताला
and then who pray to Allah the Almighty that, "O Allah, accept this from us."
तमाम दुनिया में सिर्फ और सिर्फ
In the entire world, mothers who pray in this manner are only and only found amongst Ahmadi women.
कोई फिक्र होती है कि खलीफा वक्त कहीं हमारी दरख्वास्त का इनकार न
These mothers are concerned lest the Khalifa of the time reject our offer of dedication.
पैदा हो भी नहीं सकती ये जज्बा ये कहीं और पैदा हो भी नहीं सकता
Such a state and such passions and sentiments cannot be born anywhere else.
यही एक जमात
For it is this Jamaat community alone who are living under the shade of Khilafat, who Allah the Almighty has established through the ardent devotee of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Furthermore, this is not all.
वो बाप ही हैं
It is in Jamaat Ahmadiyya alone where those fathers are found, who carry out the moral upbringing, the tarbiyat of their children in such a manner that the child, when he enters into adulthood, is prepared to make every type of sacrifice.
मेरे माँ बाप का था
They write to the Khalifa of the time that the first pledge was made by my mother and father, but now this second pledge is being made by me. For the purpose of sacrifice, you can send me wherever you wish. You will always find me one who demonstrates steadfastness and patience.
पाएंगे और अपने माँ बाप के अहद से पीछे ना हटने वालों में पाएंगे
We will be those who never fall back from the pledge made by our parents.
कि बावफा फर्द कहलाने वाले हैं
These are those children who can be deemed as those who are the most loyal servants of the community of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
होने का हक अदा करने वाले हैं
These are those people who fulfill the right of being in the community of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. The moral upbringing by the parents and the pious nature of the children has also taught them the full manners of acquiring the pleasure of Allah the Almighty, and also the standards of Haqooq al-Abad, the rights due to mankind. They are the persons who have also developed enthusiasm to acquire knowledge of the religion, and their attention has also been drawn to implementing this within their own lives. Furthermore, they have also developed a passion and zeal for carrying out Tabligh-e-Islam, the preaching of Islam, and service to humanity.
हमेशा याद रखें कि जिंदा कौमें और तरक्की करने वाली जमातें
Always remember that living nations and progressive communities never let die these sentiments, these concepts, these passions and emotions, and the fulfillment of these pledges and covenants.
कभी मरने नहीं देती इन जज्बों को तरोताज़ा रखने के लिए
In order to keep fresh and anew these sentiments and passions, they always remind themselves of all these aspects.
तो उनको दूर करने के लिए
If any slackness creeps in any aspect, then they introduce a plan of action in order to overcome that.
खुदा ताला के हुक्म
Furthermore, it is the task of the station of Khilafat that, in accordance with the command of Allah the Almighty Zakir, to go on reminding. From time to time, He reminds everyone. And this is for the purpose that there should never be any deficiency in the speed of the progress of the Jamaat. And this is so that one group after the other can continuously be prepared to convey the message of Allah the Almighty.
ज़मीन की हरियाली का बायस बनती है। इसी
Just like continuously flowing streams become the means of the flourishment of the earth, in the same way, when one group after the other is prepared to serve the faith, they become the means of spiritual flourishment.
काश की जाती है।
In those areas where fields are irrigated through tube wells or streams, the farmers and landowners of those areas are aware that if before the entire portion of land is irrigated, the water supply is cut off or broken, then the entire land has to be irrigated again in a new manner. This causes a wastage of time and also a wastage of water. If in this exact same manner the work of Islah Rashad of reformation, constant efforts are not undertaken, or there are not people available constantly who carry out such efforts, then the water which only is provided in fragments and in parts. That is, that the efforts and the message is only provided in fragments. It causes a delay in the irrigation and becomes a hindrance in the work of preaching and reformation. Thus Allah the Almighty states that there should always be such a group ready from amongst every nation and people who never let the flow of conveying the message of Allah the Almighty break or discontinue.
याद दहानी करवा रहा हूँ।
Thus, this is why today, once again, I am reminding you towards this aspect, that Hadrat Khalif Thomas IV, may Allah have mercy upon him, when he started the scheme of Waqf-e-Nau, he started it with his hope, expectation and prayer that there should continuously be available a group of persons who are dedicated to serving the faith, that this flow of water should never discontinue, that there should always be available a group of persons who translate the literature of the Jamaat, that there should always be available a large group of people who carry out and administer the work of Tabligh and Tarbiyat, preaching and reformation, and that there should always be available a group of Waqf-e-Zindagi, life devotees, who carry out the work for other departments of running the Nizam-e-Jamaat, the administration of the community. Thus, it is essential that we always keep these points in view.
अपने फर्ज से फारग नहीं हो जाना चाहिए।
Mothers and fathers, after they dedicate the lives of their children, should not alleviate themselves of their responsibilities. Indeed, the sentiments of dedicating the lives of the children to the Waqf-e-Nau scheme is worthy of praise.
वक़फ़-ए-नौ में
Every year, there are thousands of requests to dedicate their children to the Waqf-e-Nau.
माँ और बाप
However, after they submit these requests to dedicate the lives of their children, the responsibilities of both the mothers and the fathers increase.
जो दुनिया को
In order to prepare their children for this special objective, which is the objective of saving the world from destruction and ruin,
माँ बाप को
the first effort to prepare them for this has to be made by the mothers and fathers.
कायम करके बच्चों को सबसे
They have to give time to their children. They have to establish their own examples. And they must first of all connect their children with Allah the Exalted.
ये हर कुर्बानी
They must teach their children regarding the importance of the Nizam-e-Jamaat, the system of the Jamaat, and giving every sacrifice for this from the very childhood, in such a manner that the children do not even have thoughts of anything else.
से वक़फ़-ए-नौ
When the children come into the age of consciousness
हिस्सा लें
and participate in the programs of the Waqf-e-Nau and other programs of the Jamaat,
और सिर्फ
it should be well established in their minds that they must only and only dedicate their lives for the sake of the religion.
कि तुम्हारे
It should be ingrained in the children's mind to the maximum degree possible
दीन की तालीम हासिल
that the purpose and the objective of your lives is to acquire knowledge of the religion. There is a need to embed this within the minds of the Waqf-e-Nau children.
जो जमाती इदारे हैं दीनी उसमें जाना ज़रूरी है।
To acquire this religious knowledge, it is necessary to enroll in the religious institutions formed by the Jamaat. The number of Waqf-e-Nau going into Jamia Ahmadiyya should be very high.
उनके मुताबिक सवाए पाकिस्तान
However, according to the facts and figures before me, apart from in Pakistan, in all other countries of the world, this number is very low. With the grace of the Almighty Allah, at the present time in Pakistan, there are 1033 Waqf-e-Nau studying in Jamia Ahmadiyya.
सामने आई है वो 93 है ये मुझे ख्याल है शायद इसमें गलती लगी हो
In India, the number that has emerged is 93. I believe this may be an error by the Department of Waqf-e-Nau.
तो इंडिया का जो
There should be a greater number than this. If this is an error, the relevant department in India should notify regarding this about how many amongst the Waqf-e-Nau are studying in Jamia Ahmadiyya.
है ये रिपोर्ट है पिछले जून तक
In Germany, there are 70 according to the report from last June, but now there are more than 80 students. This includes children from also other European countries, and not only from Germany.
बने अब कुछ थोड़ी शायद बढ़ गई है इसमें
In the Canada Jamia Ahmadiyya, there are 55 students. By now, perhaps this has slightly increased. This includes American students.
20 थे शायद इसमें कुछ तादाद बढ़ गई
In the UK Jamia, according to their previous report, there were 120 students. This has now perhaps increased by 15 or 20 by now. Here also, there are children who come from different parts of Europe.
तादाद है जो नए
In Ghana, there are 12. 12 is perhaps the number of students who study in the new Jamia to provide Shahid education. In the same way, there are 23 students in Bangladesh.
इनको इनमें दफ्तर के शोबे के इल्म में है वो 1400 है
The total number, which is in the knowledge of this department, is 1,400.
लड़कों की
Whereas the number of total Waqf-e-Nau boys is now almost reaching to approximately 28,000.
एशिया अफ्रीका
We have the field of the entire world before us. Asia, Africa, Europe, America, Australia, and the islands. We have to reach all these places. Not just in every continent, in every country, or every city. In fact, we have to reach even every town and every village. We need to convey to every single person the true message of Islam. Just a handful of missionaries cannot carry out this work.
की वक्फ न होने की जो खुशी होती है उनको उसका इजहार
The delight and exuberance of children of being part of the Waqf-e-Nau scheme is greatly expressed in childhood.
सही तवज्जो न होने की वजह से
However, in this European society, as a result of the parents not giving proper attention to their children and as a result of being influenced by secular education, or for the reason of being in the company of their friends, rather than Jamia, they are more interested towards studying other subjects.
जाना है लेकिन जब GCSE पास करते हैं सेकेंडरी
Some say in childhood that we want to go to Jamia. However, after completing secondary school or GCSEs, their preferences and priorities change. There may indeed be such children whose minds are specially inclined towards certain subjects. Their enthusiasm can be identified from childhood. They sometimes have extraordinary eagerness and interest towards certain subjects such as sciences, and their minds are also intellectually excellent in this regard. Most certainly, such children should be encouraged towards selecting such subjects and studying them.
भेड़ चाल की वजह से सेकेंडरी स्कूल करने के
However, the majority, only as a result of following others,
अक्सर बच्चे
select their subjects after GCSEs.
तो 10वीं में
When I ask the majority of children who meet me, then in the 10th,
कनाडा अमेरिका
here in the UK it is called Year 10, in America, Canada, and Australia, and so on, it is called grade.
में कुछ नहीं होता
So even until the 10th or GCSEs, their minds are empty. They have not even decided which subjects they want to select thereafter. Thus, if the moral upbringing of the children is such from the very beginning that it is embedded in the mind of the child that whatever he has, because he considers that I am a Waqf-e-Nau and therefore all I have belongs to the Jamaat, Thereafter, such children will be able to work with the proper spirit of waqf or devotion, and thus they will also be inclined to seek advice and guidance from the markaz and the Jamaat. As I stated, that at the present time, it is only in Jamaat Ahmadiyya where such mothers and fathers are found, who dedicate the lives of their children with such passion. They then carry out the moral upbringing of their children with great zeal and passion, that their children maintain the spirit of sacrifice for the Jamaat and the spirit of devotion. However, we cannot say that the majority who dedicate the lives of the children to Waqf-e-Nau carry out their moral upbringing with the particular and special heed required. Thus, mothers and fathers, those mothers and fathers who dedicate their children to Waqf-e-Nau must assess that to what extent are they themselves discharging the right of giving this gift to the Jamaat. To what degree are they making endeavors to beautifying this gift? To what degree are they giving heed to beautifying this gift and giving it to the Jamaat? To what extent are they fulfilling their obligations? Whilst living in these countries where freedom is available of all kinds, there is a special need to closely supervise and also to give great attention. In the same way, in the poor countries of Africa and Asia, after dedicating the lives of your children, you should not become unmindful. Rather, it is the duty of both the mother and the father to make special efforts in this regard. I also say to the Waqf-e-Nau children, those who have reached the age of 12 or 13, they should start thinking about themselves. They need to reflect upon their importance. Do not just become happy by the fact that you are Waqf-e-Nau. You will realize the importance when you understand your objective. You will develop attention towards what you need to achieve. And the boys and girls of 15 years of age should have developed a great understanding and realization of their importance and responsibilities. These verses do not only mention the desire and responsibilities of the parents, the Nizam-e Jamaat, the system of the Jamaat, or just the group of a few people, but rather children have also been reminded. The first point, which should be developed in every single Waqf-e-Nau child, Hazur says, I am reminding in light of these verses of the Holy Quran. Firstly, the point that should be borne in mind is that the mother of the child, before he was born, developed a heartfelt desire to dedicate him for a great purpose. Then the mother also profusely prayed with humility for this wish to be fulfilled. Thus the child to his mother and father, for afterwards the father is also included in this desire. The child, respecting and regarding the prayer and wish of his parents, should become one who is worthy of being accepted in the eyes of Allah the Almighty. This can only be achieved when you give heed towards bringing your mind, your heart, your words and your deeds in accordance with the pleasure of Allah the Almighty. The second aspect is that this was a great favor of your parents upon you. As a result of this favor, you should pray for them. Whilst you pray that Allah the Almighty has mercy upon them, there also, for the sake of your moral upbringing, every step they take for your sake, you should hold as significant and important in your heart. You should have the realization that my mother and my father, in order to fulfill their pledge, are making efforts. I must also become a part of that effort. I must happily accept their tarbiyat, their moral training of me. And I must never let suffer or harm the pledge of my parents. Most of all, it is a Waqf-e-Nau who should have the realization of fulfilling the right of giving precedence to the faith over the world. A Waqf-e-Nau should realize that first of all and most of all, I must fulfill this pledge. Thirdly, for the sake of acquiring the pleasure of Allah the Almighty, that I must pledge to display steadfastness and patience in making every sacrifice. However difficult and hard the circumstances, I must always, in every circumstance, fulfill my pledge of devotion. That no worldly greed can cause me to stumble in my pledge of devotion. Now, with the grace of the Almighty Allah, He has bestowed immense blessings and favors upon the Jamaat. Whereas during the era of the second Khilafat, at certain times and in some years, in Qadian, there were such circumstances. There was so much financial difficulty that Jamaat workers for many months on end could not be fully given their assigned allowance through which they lived by. In the same way, at the beginning, after the migration, there were also such circumstances in Rabwa. But despite all these circumstances, no Waqfi in Zindagi of that time ever expressed any type of complaint and let any hindrance come into the way of their work. In fact, this is from a far off time. Even in the decades of the 70s and 80s, in certain countries of Africa, there were such circumstances prevalent where it was difficult to live by. The allowance given by the Jamaat would be finished at the very most in 15 or 20 days. The local Waqfin perhaps could only even eat once in the day, according to the allowance they were given. However, they always fulfill their pledge of devotion, and they never let their work of preaching ever suffer. The fourth point is that you need to increase that realization of being amongst those people, and you need to make efforts in this way, who spread goodness and forbid evil. You need to establish the highest moral standards. When you establish such high moral standards, when you are spreading virtues and you are saving yourselves from vices, people's attention is naturally and automatically drawn towards such examples. When people take notice of you, then you will gain further opportunities. Thus, it is extremely vital to develop such realization and also to make such efforts. The fifth point is that to recognize vices and virtue, you need to gain knowledge of the Quran and the Hadith. You need to read the books and the statements of the promised Messiah, on whom be peace. And you need to make constant efforts to increase your religious knowledge. It may be a case that a child who acquires education in Jamia Ahmadiyya is given religious education. However, even after graduating from Jamia Ahmadiyya, do not assume that this is the peak of your knowledge. Rather, you need to make constant efforts to increase your knowledge. The tafakkur, being well versed in religion at one stage, will remain beneficial as long as you continuously supplement that with new and fresh knowledge, as long as you continue to add fresh water to it. In the same way, those who are not studying in Jamia should also continuously give heed towards studying. It is not that whatever secular education they are acquiring means they do not need to learn religious education. You should give attention towards reading all the literature available. You should give attention towards reading the Holy Quran, its translation and the commentaries. Whatever books of the promised Messiah ﷺ are available in their own languages should be read. The sixth point which Allah the Almighty has commanded and which a Waqfino should give heed towards, it is to practically jump into the field of tabligh, preaching. Now some Waqfatino, that is girls of the Waqfino, complain that there is no Jamia for us. In other words, they say that we cannot acquire religious education. If, as I stated before, they study on their own, then within their own spheres, whatever their sphere is, their attention will be drawn towards preaching and tabligh. They will gain opportunities to do so. When attention is developed towards tabligh and they gain opportunities, then there will be further heed towards preparation. In this way, automatically their attention will constantly be drawn towards preaching. Thus the field of preaching is open for each and every person. Every single Waqf-e-Nau must spring and jump into this field. And every Waqf-e-Nau must exceedingly partake in this effort. They must partake in this effort with the consideration that I shall not rest until the entire world is brought under the banner of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. It is this realization and passion which will enable them to remain attentive at all times towards increasing religious education, and they will remain focused on preaching. The seventh point, which every Waqf-e-Zindagi, Waqf-e-Nau must particularly keep in mind, that they are part of that group that must save the world from destruction. If you possess knowledge and if you are gaining opportunities, but you do not have that true passion and yearning to save the world from destruction, if you do not hold that agony and heartfelt pain to save the world from annihilation, then what will be missing will be that effort that can be carried out with passion. It is possible that blessings will not be conferred upon that work in the same way. Thus, in order to convey the message of Allah the Almighty, every passionate heart, along with their efforts, must also give heed towards prayers. It is these prayers that emanate from the heart alone that will, inshallah, enable us to be successful in our objectives. Thus, each and every person must remember that the sphere of our prayers must not be limited to only us. In fact, the current and the stream of our prayers must flow in all directions. This is so that no person in the world is deprived from those blessings which Allah the Almighty has conferred today upon us. It should in any way also be remembered that our aims cannot be achieved without prayers, without such prayers that with true passion and with true compassion are made. Without this cannot be achieved. Thus, it is this way of thinking and these aspects that must be possessed by every true Waqf-e-Zindagi and Waqf-e-Nau. Without this, hoping for success is just wishful thinking. Without all these aspects, it will just be the title of Waqf-e-Nau and Waqf-e-Zindagi that a Waqf-e-Nau will be placing beside their name. It will have no value beyond this. To just acquire a title is not our objective, nor was it the purpose of those mothers and fathers who dedicated the lives of their children for this sacrifice. Thus, as I mentioned earlier, it is necessary for the parents and for the Waqf-e-Nau that they fulfill their responsibilities. Once again, I would like to draw attention towards this matter, that to convey the religion in the world, it is necessary to have religious knowledge. This religious knowledge, to the greatest degree, can be acquired from such an institution whose purpose is to teach religious knowledge. This institution within Jamaat Ahmadiyya is known as Jamia Ahmadiyya. Today, with the grace of the Almighty Allah, as I have stated already, Jamiats are not just limited to being in Qadian and Pakistan. In fact, now there are Jamias in the UK, as is evident from the facts and figures I presented earlier. There is a Jamia in Germany, in Indonesia, in Canada, and also in Ghana. As I stated, that a new Jamia is opened in Ghana to provide Shahid level. There was a Jamia there already, however only Muallimeens were prepared in a 3-year course. Thus now this Jamia Ahmadiyya has opened in Ghana, which will prepare Shahid level missionaries. For the time being, this will be for the Jamaats of Africa. In the same way, there is a Jamia Ahmadiyya in Bangladesh. The work of Tabligh, preaching, is very wide-ranging. And through properly trained muballighin or missionaries, this can be carried out in a better way. Thus, the most possible Waqfin-e-Nau, or the numbers of Waqfin-e-Nau, should to the greatest degree possible join Jamia Ahmadiyya. Whereas according to the facts and figures that I presented, we cannot in every country, in every area, as I stated, leaving alone the near future, not even in the distant future can we send missionaries to all these places. Until there are full-time missionaries and muallimin, we cannot bring about revolutionary changes, or revolutionary preaching programs are very difficult to implement. At the present time, according to the reports that have been sent from all over the world to the department, perhaps these reports they have are up till July 2012, according to which the Waqfin-e-Nau boys and girls over the age of 15 are 25,000. From amongst this, there are 16,988 boys. The Waqfin-e-Nau in Pakistan are 10,687. After Pakistan, the most Waqfin-e-Nau are found in Germany. There are 1,887 boys and 1,155 girls. In the UK, there are 918 boys and there are a total number of 1,798 Waqfin-e-Nau, amongst whom the girls are 800 something. However, the numbers joining Jamia Ahmadiyya in the UK and Germany are extremely low. In both these Jamias, students come from other countries in Europe. In this way, the numbers in these countries joining are very low. Similarly, the numbers joining Jamia from the USA and Canada is very low. The Jamaats do indeed put down their demand for missionaries and muballighin, but then they should also prepare Waqfin-e-Nau to study in Jamias. In the Canada and the United States, at present over the age of 15, there are approximately 800 Waqfin-e-Nau. If they are properly prepared, then in the upcoming 2 years, the number of those joining the Jamias can be considerably increased. This is not only to become a Murabbi or a Muballigh, but also after studying in Jamia, after acquiring religious knowledge, they can also be prepared to translate the books of the promised Messiah, on whom be peace, in various languages. After studying in Jamia, they can be specialized in different languages. Those who are not joining Jamia, they should also give heed towards learning languages. Those who learn languages should at the very least, as Hazrat Khalifah Masih IV also had stated, and this is essential, learn 3 languages. One is their own language, second is Urdu, and then third is Arabic. Arabic must be learnt in any case, because you must study the Holy Quran and understand its commentaries. There is also a lot of other literature available. Then, whilst carrying out translation, you cannot properly translate the Holy Quran until you know Arabic. To read and to learn Urdu is essential, because at present, it is only through reading the books of the promised Messiah, on whom be peace, that you can gain proper insight and knowledge of the religion. Because his commentaries, his books, and his writings are alone that treasure chest which in the world can bring about a revolution, and which can convey to the world the true teachings of Islam, and which can also impart to the world the true commentaries of the Holy Quran. Thus, without learning the Urdu language, also, one cannot become an expert in the languages. There was a time when there was great difficulty in carrying out translations in the Jamaat. The difficulty still exists. However, now, to some degree, through the students of the different Jamias in the world, this difficulty is subsiding, or more attention is being given towards this. In the theses of Jamia Ahmadiyya, work is given to carry out translations from Urdu, the books of the promised Messiah, in whom be peace, and certain books of Hazrat Khalifah Masih II have been translated by them. According to the supervisors of the students, they are good translations. In any case, even if the standard is not very high, they can be further polished, but in any case, an attempt and effort has begun. However, these are just a handful of students who are given a handful of books to translate. We need the maximum numbers of experts in languages. Waqf-e-Nino must give great heed towards this. If anyone becomes an expert in a language, this is aside from any students of Jamia, then as I stated, they must also give attention towards studying and learning Urdu and Arabic. Without this, that objective cannot be achieved, through which attention is drawn towards languages. Some people raise objections against Jamia Ahmadiyya that the education is not good there. This is raised in Germany, here and some other places. These are completely unmerited objections. In their assumption and their criticism is that after graduating in Jamia, the student does not know how to speak Arabic, or they do not speak fluently or in a good manner. As far as expertise in languages is concerned, because there are various subjects taught in Jamia, not only one language is focused on. In other universities or in other schools, if these are taught, only one subject is taught and this is focused upon. Here in Jamia, various subjects are taught. Indeed, if it is observed that anybody has an inclination towards a language or towards studying these languages, then, inshallah, the student of Jamia can be sent for specialization. Then the other complaint regarding not speaking properly the language will also be dispelled. In any case, as far as education is concerned, the knowledge being imparted in Jamia Ahmadiyya is such that alhamdulillah the students of Jamia Ahmadiyya are acquiring very vast and wide-ranging knowledge. In Pakistan, because they are very old Jamias, the students there are made to be specialized. I received this information especially from Germany, but this in particular are just excuses to not send children to Jamia. As I stated, with the grace of the Almighty Allah, the students who graduated from the Jamias in the UK and Canada, in the field of preaching, the little experience they have gained up till now, they have been very effective with the grace of the Almighty Allah. As I stated, this knowledge will progressively increase inshallah. Thus, those people who say these things, they dishearten some students from entering Jamia Ahmadiyya. They are only a disorder or they have a sense of hypocrisy about them. Thus, they should also carry out istighfar, seek forgiveness for their sins. The Department of Waqf-e-Nino have also drawn attention towards some administrative matters. This has perhaps already been mentioned, but I shall repeat them here. After reaching the age of adolescence, the parents do not carry out the moral upbringing of their children to such a degree that they should already know that they must fully dedicate themselves to the Jamaat. They should be trained in such a way that they are fully aware. I have mentioned this already. At every stage of their education, they should be reminded. Then, advice and guidance should be sought from the Department of Waqf-e-Nino. The children should ask regarding their education that we have now reached this stage, what should we do thereafter? If they want to decide on their own merit or they want to enter such fields which the Jamaat does not require at present, then they should take leave from their Waqf. The Waqfat-e-Nino, that is the girls of the Waqf-e-Nino, who are of Pakistani origin and have come from Pakistan, who know how to speak Urdu, should also study how to read Urdu. That is, those who are living in countries outside Pakistan. They should also learn the local language, whether it is English or German, or if they are in such places where English is the official language and there are other local languages. They should learn all of them, and also Arabic. Then they should present themselves for the work of translation. I have observed that amongst women and girls, they are more adept to the languages. It is for this reason they can present themselves for this. Then there are doctors and teachers. Girls can become doctors and teachers and present themselves, as can boys. There should be attention towards this, and the department should be aware at every stage the local administrative system of the Jamaat for the guidance and tarbiyat, moral training of the boys and girls of the Waqf-e-Nino should have at least 2 forums every year. In this, they should be guided regarding their work and their education.
कि बाज़ वालिदैन वक्फ करने के बाद
One complaint from this department is that some parents, after dedicating their children, obtain the reference number and then they break off all contact, practically speaking, from the local Jamaat and the center, that is the Markaz.
और फिर
Or they do not keep contact as they should do.
राब्ता नहीं उनको निकाल
Then it culminates in a certain stage when the department says that as a result of a lack of contact, we are removing this child. Then complaints arise.
कि अब राब्ते खत्म कर लिए और
Thus, obtaining a reference number does not mean that now you should break off all contacts and just the child has become a Waqf. No. You must keep constant contact with the department, with your national secretary and department, and also with the Markaz, the center. This is essential.
वफ़ात नौ का मुकर वक्फ ने और वक्फ
Then there is the syllabus, which has been assigned for the Waqf boys and girls. This was previously only elementary, but now this has been formed for boys and girls of the Waqf up till the age of 21.
तैयार करने के लिए
This should also be studied,
और इससे ऊपर
and there should be full participation in this if there are exams with this regards. Those who are beyond this age should study the commentaries of the Holy Quran. Those who know Urdu should study it in Urdu, and those who know English should study it in English. There is the 5-volume commentary. You should study the books of the promised Messiah alayhi salam, which have been translated in different languages until now. Study them in whatever language you know.
इल्म बढ़ाते चले जाएं
You should also regularly listen to the sermons and the Friday sermons, and you should continuously increase your knowledge. This is also necessary for them, and then reports should also be sent.
फाल नहीं है ये भी सिर्फ उर्दा संभाल के
The secretaries of the Waqf in some places are also not active. They are merely just holding an office.
इंतखाब
There is also a need for them to become active.
नहीं है कि कौन-कौन से
Otherwise, there are elections this year. There should be reports sent from the Jamaat that which secretaries of the Waqf are inactive. If they are not active, even if they obtain more votes, they will not be elected.
निसाब का पहले आया था तो निसाब अगर जमात का भी एक
I mentioned the syllabus earlier.
निसाब वहाँ ऐसा इंतजाम नहीं है
There is also a syllabus formed of the Jamaat.
जो निसाब है
If there are not such arrangements where they can be separate arrangements, then the Waqf can be included in the Jamaat syllabus and can study it. There is only a very small difference between the both. If there can be coordination between both, then those who are at the age of Atfal can read the Atfal syllabus, and those of the age of Khudam can study the Khudam syllabus. Those at the age of Lajna can study the Lajna syllabus, or both can be merged. Underneath the system of the Jamaat, the Secretary Tarbiyat, the Secretary Talim, and the Secretary Waqf are working on the level of the Jamaat departments. It is the work of the national presidents and the presidents to combine them and to form such a proper plan of action that these syllabi are actually studied. The Waqf in particular should be included in this program.
उसको मुख्तलिफ ममालिक
Then in this syllabus of the Waqf various countries can also publish them in their own languages.
फ्रेंच में शाया करने के लिए फ्रांस के मॉरिशस वाले
Sweden have published it in their language. To publish this in French, Mauritius should make efforts. This should not only be verbal, but within 2 months, I should be notified that who can translate this. In fact, it should be immediately notified that who can translate this, and within 2 months, this should be completely translated.
वाकफीन नौ के मुतालिया में रोजाना कोई ना कोई दीनी किताब
In the study of a Waqf on a daily basis, they should study some religious book, even if it is just 1 or 2 pages. As I stated, if they read the books of the promised Messiah, whom be peace, then this would be best. There are then the khutbah, the Friday sermons. 100% of boys and girls of the Waqf should make efforts to listen to it. Once here in the UK, I assessed in the class, only 10% were listening to their sermons. The department and also the parents and also the Waqf themselves should give heed towards this.
वाकफीन नौ के वो इंटरेक्ट
The administration also, when they make programs of the Waqf should make the programs interactive, because this incites greater interest.
इसी तरह हर मुल्क की इंतजामिया जो है वो एक कमेटी बनाए जो तीन
In the same way, the administration of every country should form a committee. Within 3 months, they should assess what the requirements of these countries in the next 10 years are, how many muballighin they require, how many translators of languages they need, how many doctors they require, how many teachers, and wherever they need them. In the same way, if they need different experts, they should detail what those experts are, how many experts in the local languages they need. After making all this assessment, within 3-4 months at the very most, they should form this report. The Department of Waqf should also properly follow this up. Some people desire to enter business, the police or the army, or in such fields. That is fine. They may go into those fields, but they should withdraw from the Waqf scheme and they should notify us. Then within every country, for the Waqf-e-Nor, there should be a career guidance committee formed. They should go on assessing and also send reports to the center of those entering various fields. Or those who have interest in different fields, they should notify to the center, who can then decide in which circumstances that should be permitted. As I have already stated many a times, those Waqf-e-Nor who reach the age of 18, they should renew their pledge of Waqf-e-Nor and should not forget this. They should write down this bond. In the same way, for the Waqf-e-Nor, magazines have been started. For the boys, Ismail, and for the girls, Maryam. This should be translated into German and French. If there are topics or articles which the local boys and girls of the Waqf-e-Nor write, then they can publish those. Otherwise, material can be obtained from here, which they can publish in their own languages with the Urdu, and it should also be the local language. May Allah the Almighty enable all those parents who dedicated their children for the Waqf-e-Nor be able to carry out the moral upbringing of their children and are unable to draw attention towards prayer in their children in the way that makes them true and rightful members of the Waqf-e-Nor. May the children be the delight of their parents' eyes. May the children be those who truly fulfill the pledge of their parents and their own pledge. They should give attention towards this. May Allah the Almighty enable them to fulfill this. May they truly become a part of that group whose work it is to only and only propagate the faith. May Allah the Almighty enable them to carry this out.
Alhamdulillah. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر